Hi. Welcome to month one of our Facilitator training program. Walking the talk is really fundamental to all of this work. It really is the foundation of the work you're going to be doing through the rest of this program and the rest of your life, and maybe some of you have already been doing a lot of this. The reason this is important is it's really important to be very, very clear on your process, that you have practices that sustain you when all else falls away. And what are they? So this month is going to take you through exercises that give you a better insight into yourself. What are those that sustain me, and how do I use them more effectively so that you can impart them to the women that come to your group? So we're all going to be talking a little bit at this opening video about what has sustained us. You've already received a copy of my 21 Stepping Stones book. Those really are the 21 practices and experiences and lessons that I've learned in my life that sustain me. The number one, when my life fell apart, my broken open space, was my divorce at nearly 52 years old. And for me, journaling has been such an important piece to that. When I get up in the morning and journal, it connects me to myself and all that is. And I know that I'm centered in what I'm doing for that day will be meaningful to me, and I'll be coming at the world and people that I interact with in a real space, and that's really important. So lots of the others in that book have also been important to me, but you'll read that. Mainly I want you to meet the other two trainers and mentors that you'll be working with over the next really 6.5 months, and let them tell you a little bit of their story. So I've got April Ely, many of you know, who is my daughter. I'll let her introduce herself, and Lori Rubenstein. Both of them lovely women I know you'll learn to love as I do. So Lori, why don't you start?
Okay, great. So my name is Lori Rubenstein, and I would say my journey also began with my divorce, as I know a lot of you have also started your journey that way. When we get divorced, we start asking those big questions, who am I? What is my life about? What is my life purpose? And for me, I really learned that forgiveness is like the cornerstone of everything I do to really stay healthy. If we live in a place of blame and guilt and shame and feeling bad about ourselves, then we just don't move forward. But when we learn to take personal responsibility for our lives, we do. So that is really my passion, staying on track, helping people to really build their forgiveness muscles. And I would say the number one thing that people say about me is that I walk my talk. So what I really want for you is to help you also walk your talk in this journey. So I'm looking forward to meeting you, and I'm looking forward to mentoring many of you. So thank you. April.
Thanks, Lori.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm very excited to be a part of this. For me, I've been a therapist for about 15 years at this point. And many years ago, I was really specializing in working with kids. I've always been passionate about working with kids and women and families. And I was really looking for not just a tool or something that I could teach kids in 5 weeks, 7 weeks, but something that would really sustain them throughout their lives. And one of the things that really resonated with me is kids have so little control in their life, and that's not a bad thing if you grow up in a very loving, warm, supportive home. But especially for kids, who are growing up, with anything ranging from violence to, just everyday things that all of us face. And that's when I came to mindfulness, because for me it was something that I could empower kids with, that no matter what else is going on in their world, they had something that they can use within to quiet themselves, to connect with their heart, to connect to themselves. So I first became interested in mindfulness professionally, and then of course later personally. For me, my challenge recently in the last few years, my life has changed immensely. I'm now a full-time mom to 2 beautiful stepchildren, and I have a 10-month-old baby. And so my challenge lately has been, how do I use the practices that I already have, and how do I develop new practices in this new, very busy life? Because I've found, if we just wait, as I have done at times, I'll just wait till the baby sleeps, and then I'll get back to my practices. And so right now I'm learning, and I'm hoping to use what I learned to help each of you as well. But how do I integrate those practices that sustain me, every day, not waiting until the perfect moment? And so I'm really looking forward to working with each of you.
Well, thank you, ladies. And we're really happy you're going to be a part of this.
Thank
So
you.
welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.